Yeah, there's simply nothing, and nothing is happening. There can be an apparent happening, which is the story of somebody living life, trying to fix things, this and that. People moving around, doing their own things, going to start their own businesses, going to work, birds flying, groups, cars hooting. That's just what seems to be happening. But this, as it is, isn't really happening. You know, it's just the way it is. And what seems to be stories may seem to be imposed in this, but this is not a story. It's nothing. It is nothing being every apparent thing or being everything. And this can never be known. It can never be known because there's no separation. There's nothing separate from it to know it. There's nothing sticking out. There's nothing apart from it. It's already whole and complete. There's already nothing missing. There's already nothing lacking. Yet in the story, there might be an apparent lack, there might be an apparent something missing, but it's just a story. It's just a story. There's already no real something missing or lacking here. It's just the totality. It's just everything. There is no actual single happening. But in the story, it may seem as if there is a certain story that is going to a certain direction, another one is taking another direction. But it's just this already appearing as that. There are no separate stories or different stories already. It's just this already, which is nothing. This can never be grasped. This can never be known. This can never be seen because it's not a thing that can be pointed at. Yes, there can be an apparent pointing happening, which isn't really pointing to anything because this can never really be pointed at. It's not something that can be grasped, that can be seen. There is no separate seer that can see the totality. There's just the totality, even appearing as what seems to be an apparent seer, but there's no seer. It's just already that which is whole and complete. Somehow it is seen here that the apparent happening is okay. Every story, apparent story is okay. It's beautiful. There's nothing here that is trying to get rid of the story. There's nothing here that is trying to help anything to know that this is just a story. There's no real separate things. There's just an activity which is already no activity appearing as an activity. So everything is whole and complete. Everything is this. All there is wholeness. All there is this. There is no separation. Even discussing about that there might be a separation in a way that's not separate from this. It's already this, appearing as a discussion about separation or suspicions that there might be a separation. So the seeker is already not there as separate from wholeness. It's just wholeness appearing as an apparent seeker. There is no real separate seeker. So there is no seeker to help find what it's seeking for. There can be a deconstruction of something. Something may seem to fall away, of which it can be recognized that there wasn't anything. So the falling away is just an illusory. It's just separate from this already. Everything is this. Every movement, every thought, every feeling, every sensation. The feeling of not being there yet, the feeling of happiness, sadness appearing in this. It's just this already. What seems to be personal is already impersonal. Even when there is a claim that this is personal. Something saying, now you have gone too far. Now you have made things personal. That's already impersonal. Because everything is this, there's no separation. So there's nothing here that is trying to stop any story from happening. Because the story itself, as it is already an expression of totality, is already an expression of wholeness. Asking questions, receiving answers, getting answers, apparent answers, or not, not being satisfied with what is being spoken, being satisfied is equally this. Looking for some ways to explain or describe this or not is just this already. Thinking that this can be known or not is just this already. And this is unknowable. Even the apparent knower is already that which can never be known. So it's okay if it is felt that there is a real knower here who's trying to know. That may be allowed to play out until it's exhausted itself. Because of that seeking energy, something may seem to arise as well, just to to really, try to help in a way, but it's not really helping anybody. You know, this may seem to arise because of the seeking energy persisting. Something may seem to say, stop seeking and just be, but it's never really talking to anyone. It's just talking, happening, and the seeking energy happening, which there's no one behind that. Even the one who says, stop seeking and just be, there's no one behind that. Those are just words appearing from nothing and seeking energy appearing. Cells are energy. Everything is energy. So energy can't really be destroyed, but it can be transformed. If something seems to, if a certain expression seems to fall away, to get destroyed, this energy doesn't lose itself. It remains as it is. It is recognized that it has never been anything separate from itself. It has always been itself as everything. So there's nothing that is lost. Yet in the story, something may seem to say, "Oh, I've lost my loved one. I'm so sad." But that's just an energy appearing as a story of somebody who has lost somebody or a family member. So nothing here can really be lost because there is nothing here. These bodies are empty. They are not even bodies. This can never really be described. It can never be known because it's not a thing. Description, knowing may seem to happen in a story, but it is just those are just labels. Knowing of labels, they are already empty. They're just concepts. Nothing can really be known. This is already nameless. This is already formless. This is already empty. They're already not things. No real things. So nothing can really be known. There's nothing to know. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to get rid of. And there's nothing to hold on to. There's just already this. And this can never be measured. This is endless. This is beginless and endless. There's no beginning and there's no end to this. And there's no one here who knows what this is. There's just this appearing as talking, appearing as listening, appearing as analyzing the words being spoken, and resonance happening for no one. And there's no one here who's special, because these words that are being spoken, they're just being spoken from nothing. So there's nothing here that can eventually claim the specialness, because this is unknowable. This is not a human being. It's not a thing. It's nothing. It's nothing speaking to nothing, and nothing is being spoken about.